Hey guys, Aura1 through 4 here, and I've got another deck profile for you guys. This week at Locals I ran Chaos Dragons, and it really sort of sucked. This deck has a lot of issues. I was trying to make up for the fact that I don't have a lot of the ninja cards that I want to use to make this deck a little bit more consistent. So of course I ran into some issues with not getting to monsters with chaos like special summons, like Light Pulsar and stuff. I was getting stuck with my Eclipse Wyverns in the graveyard and wasn't able to get back my Darkness Metals. And a lot of the times, like, it would just defeat itself because you wouldn't draw any playable monsters. But I wanted to try it since it was the first week it came out, and it was really difficult without the ninja lineup that I wanted to use for it. I just don't have enough. I don't have all of my Super Transes, and I don't have any Hanzos. I traded them away for things I wanted more. But anyways, here's the deck profile. I'm using 2 Eclipse Wyverns, and for some reason my camera is getting out of focus. I have no clue why my camera's out of focus right now, guys. Anyways, Eclipse Wyvern, I'm running 2 of them. I think 3 is too many because you only their whole point is to pull more cards out of the deck so that you don't accidentally draw some of your high-level dragons. And then it happens whenever they're sent to the graveyard. So, milled, put back in the graveyard from out of play, or like you can even seize with these and then detach and they get their effects. And then when this thing is banished, I add whatever that this thing banished from the graveyard. Whenever these are banished from the graveyard, I get to add whatever card that these things banished back to my hand. So I only wanted to run. It has to be 7 or higher, light or dark dragons, and I didn't want to run a whole bunch of them, so that's why I'm only running 2 Eclipse Wyverns. Next, I'm running 2 Dark Flare Dragons, primarily because they're chaos-like special summons. You can also normal summon them or special summon them. And then you can send a dragon from your hand and your deck to the graveyard to banish a card from either graveyards. So you can force an Eclipse Wyvern to get its special off, or it's a search add off, or well, search and add, depending on what you're doing. But you also can clear out things like Hornets and stuff out of the graveyard. Next, I'm running 3 Light Pulsar Dragons, because it's the better of the 2. It's also got the Chaos-like special summon. And when it is sent to the graveyard, I special summon a Dark Dragon from my graveyard. This pairs really well with Darkness Metal, because it goes to the graveyard, specials Darkness Metal, and then you just re-special this. Next, I'm running 1 Chaos Sork because of the additional special summoning. And this glare is really irritating me. I don't even know what is wrong with my camera right now. I'll try to get it fixed for the next video. Chaos Sork. Just for the special summon thing, and I like removing effects. 1 Blackluster Soldier because he's busted and for some reason didn't get banned because Konami's retarded. Next, I'm running 2 Interplanetary Purpley Thorny Dragons. I really like this card because whenever your monster dies, you special summon this from your hand like a mini Gores, but you don't have to make sure your field is clear for it, so it isn't as easy to read. Plus, it's a level 5 Dark Dragon, so it works well with this deck. Next is 2 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragons. Obviously, it pairs well with this deck, and you know what Darkness Metal does. 1 Light and Darkness Dragon. Because it's another target for Eclipse Wyvern to add to your hand, and when you get Light and Darkness Dragon out, you pretty much lock down your opponent's entire field. Next, 1 Divine Dragon Apocalypse. I really like this card in this deck. basically what this card does is you discard one card from your hand to add a dragon from your graveyard to your hand. So it helps you reuse things like Latent Darkness Dragon and not Eclipse Wyvern, Purpley Thorny Dragon and stuff. And you can ditch things out of your hand that you don't need, like dead dragons or whatever. I really like running one of these guys. Next, of course, to give it a little bit more consistency, since I don't have the ninjas, 3 tour guides and a Sangan. And then 2 Maxis and 2 Effect Veilers, because you have to run them. That's the monster lineup. Again, sorry for the glare. I don't even know what's causing it. Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Book of Moon, double MST, 1 Future Fusion, because it's really broken in this deck. Target 5-headed dragon, you actually clear 7 cards out of your deck because of Eclipse Wyvern instead of the usual 5. 1 Allure of Darkness for draw power. 1 Mind Control, because it's pretty much staple now. And I'm running 1 DDR to be able to get some of my banished things back real quick. That's all the magic cards I'm running in this deck. 1 of the traps, 1 Torrential, the Solemn Brigade of 2 warnings and a judgment, 2 Fiendish Chains, 1 Return from the Different Dimension, and 1 Trap Dust Shoot. That's the main deck. I did not make a side deck for this because it was just for silly. And but here's the extra deck for it. 1 Wind Up Zen Mines, 1 Leviair the Sea Dragon. There's enough banished targets in this deck that it's really good. But since it's not an easy deck to turn out level 3s, that's why I'm only running 1 of them. 1 Leviathan Dragon, 1 Giga Brilliant, 1 Utopia, 1 Utopia Ray, because I think it's really silly to steal your opponent's Utopia. I do this a lot. 1 Tiras, because there's enough level 5s in the deck to make rank 5 semi-consistently. 1 Adrius, because he takes care of problems Tiras doesn't. 1 Catastor, 1 Brio, 1 Black Rose, 1 Stardust, 1 Trish, 1 Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, and 1 5-headed dragon. So that's the deck. Next week, I'm balancing between a couple of decks to run, because it'll probably be my last chance to run one of this last format's decks at a tournament. And since Konami was stupid and killed off decks or crippled decks that it didn't need to, or just didn't do things in the right way, I don't even want to go into the ban list because I'm too irritated with it still. Yeah, we'll see what I run. Anyways, Orb 1 through 4, signing out.